Did you not say Joe Burrow?
I said Washington.
You said Burrow.
No.
Well, what about Tampa? Oh, never mind.
With piano, I actually played piano from 3rd to 6th grade.
The best one I did was when I did the whiskey glasses and the...
Look at you in the mirror and see what you look like.
I'm not the president.
Lamar didn't really get started until the second season.
I'm going to say this.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
You got to feel a win
go
somehow,
there.
some way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a special episode of the Doug Siravo Show, which is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by. So before we get started with the Devils, before we get started with our picks for next week's NFL games, I have to talk about the New York Giants because they actually won a game. Tommy DeVito had a field day, 3 touchdowns. I think 280 passing yards. You know, I understand it's against a bad Commanders team, but a win is a win. Now, everybody's going to come out and say, oh, you're missing out on Caleb Williams. You're missing out on Caleb. But the thing with me is I am not really on the Caleb Williams bandwagon. Because for me, who I want is Marvin Harrison Jr. I think this team is lacking a number one wide receiver. And for me, Marvin Harrison Jr. is that guy that the Giants have to go after in the draft. And they'll either finish somewhere in the bottom 5, as you say. So they have to go after Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State, OHIO. Because Daniel Jones is not the problem. I do not care what anyone says. Daniel Jones is still my quarterback heading into 2024. He is not the problem by any means. When you look at these games that he has played in, I understand that win was against a bad Arizona Cardinals team. But the game he played against the Dallas Cowboys at MetLife Stadium, opening night, over 10 sacks. The O-line is the problem. So it doesn't really matter who the quarterback is. The organization as a whole, has failed Daniel Jones. He has no top receiving talent. So why are we going to go out and give up on a guy we just paid when you could go out and get an elite wide receiver in Marvin Harrison Jr.? I understand we paid the guy $40 million. I understand there's a top prospect named Caleb Williams. And I believe another guy from North Carolina, Drake May, I believe is his name. I believe that's his name. I do not want to get that wrong, but I believe that's his name. So we're going to pull it up quick. Yeah, Drake May is his name. We're not going to go after a quarterback in the draft. At least from my point of view. We're not going after Caleb Williams, Drake May. We're going after Marvin Harrison Jr. That should be the focus for the New York Giants. To go after a top wide receiver to help Daniel Jones. The O-line needs to be fixed. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is, realistically. And if we see the way the Jets have been playing, it doesn't matter who the Jets quarterback is either. Aaron Rodgers would not have made a difference for the New York Jets. Great quarterback. But that Giants team is similar to the Jets team. The O-line is the problem, and neither team really has a top-tier elite receiver. So you can't really sit there and blame Daniel Jones. You just can't. You can't just say, oh, he has these 2 injuries in his career so far. Oh, we've given him 4 years. Come on. Let the guy get healthy and see what he has. If not, if you do decide to draft a quarterback or sign a quarterback, have him learn from Daniel Jones. Because for me, Daniel Jones is not the problem. He improved a lot last year. He's just in a bad situation with a poor run organization. Yes, I know during my lifetime the Giants won 2 Super Bowls, but realistically they have been a poor run organization in the last 10 years. When was the last time they made the playoffs with Eli? I think it was 2015. They went nowhere. First time they made the playoffs with Daniel Jones, last year. Following year, they fell off. They looked great against a Minnesota team that was eventually going to fall off, and they got demolished by the Philadelphia Eagles. Realistically, we cannot sit here and throw Daniel Jones under the bus. Because for me, Daniel Jones is not the problem. Daniel Jones has never been the problem. And Daniel Jones will be my quarterback heading into 2024. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Siravo Show, which is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by. You can follow us on all your podcast applications, YouTube and Facebook Live, Siravo Broadcasting, the Doug Siravo Show. Dougie and the boys should be back this Thursday, as it is Thanksgiving, so we may do a 30-minute special between one of the games. So that's the plan for Thursday. Dougie and the boys will not be scheduled for a 3:15 show, as always. It is a holiday. The corporate offices at Siravo Broadcasting has told us, they reached out to James, who is the vice president of Siravo Broadcasting, and told James that give the boys a vacation to spend time with their families. If they want to still do a show, they can. That's up to them to work out. That's up to the supervisor, David Mendoza, who supervises Dougie and the boys. So I spoke to him today, and David Mendoza did say that we will do a 30-minute special, recap one of the games, and preview another game. So it may be between the 12 and the 4 o'clock game, or after the 4 o'clock game, and then we'll preview the 7 o'clock game, which I do believe is the Seahawks and the Niners. So that's the plan for Dougie and the boys this upcoming Thursday, Thanksgiving. So enjoy your games. Should be a fun-filled Thursday. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, it will be time for our favorite segment, Lepore Betting, which is sponsored by Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we have much more to get to. The Doug Siravo Show, which is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by. We will see everybody in just a few.
So Malibu at the diner part of the casino.
That they're gonna slip back a little bit. Ben,
Do you ever ask yourself the question as to
For this town, things that haven't been done before.
feel like
It's more than just Joe Biden, though. Like, it's just like people,
Overpay for DeGrom, and I think this is a great way for us to gather.
I'll be looking for another job after this is over, I can tell you that.
Here, with your name behind it, hoping that
Why did Trump fire Fauci? He could have gotten rid of him.
There's a lot of things you can have checked out.
Talk whatever we want.
it's sports. Well, I'll tell you,
No matter, I don't have to worry about my feelings to understand that.
But to go and like react from a fiscal standpoint and from a civil rights standpoint to close everything, I find it hard to get behind.
Democrats. Thanks to Democrats. Thanks to the Democrats, by the way.
Nancy Pelosi should not be 84 years old and still be sitting as the House Speaker. Like an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
actually, like, can get in there and, like, do things. Like Donald Trump Jr., like
Puerto Rican. You're Latino.
I'm an American.
I would like Ivanka to run.
Yeah, Ivanka or Tulsi Gabbard. She's pretty.
it was named after you because you are probably known for losing a lot of bets, especially when it comes to the horse racing.
My lightning 5 picks. These are the ones I like. I mean, I love them. In my picks, you'll hear them later on. Yeah, that is my best bet.
You'll hear it in Stuff's betting.
Yes, that is my best bet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the Doug Siravo Show, which is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by. So if you're just joining us, usually on Dougie and the Boys, we do our Week 10, Week 9, whatever week it is, picks. And then we do our Super Bowl bracket. So we're going to do the same thing today. The boys are not here. It's just Dougie on the Doug Siravo Show. So we're going to start with the game tonight, which is the Eagles and the Chiefs. Again, we use the website playoffpredictors.com, so we give credit to them. So tonight's game, I am going to go with, I believe the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win this game. I just see that atmosphere. It's going to be loud, and I'm not sure how Jalen Hurts can handle that pressure. You know, he's been there in Philly. They have the same type of atmosphere, but I just think where Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift will be, that the Chiefs have the edge. All right, so now it's time for Week 12. All right, so we're going to start with the Thursday games. All the games are NFC games. I like the Detroit Lions to continue their momentum. The Detroit Lions are going to win this game for sure. And I just like the way Jared Goff plays. I think the Packers quarterback position with Jordan Love has been very inconsistent. So the Lions are going to win this one. There always seems to be an upset on Thanksgiving football day. So I think the Washington Commanders are going to come out and win this game. Niners, Seahawks. I like the Seahawks to win this game. They have to bounce back from their loss against the Rams. So the Seahawks are going to win this game. Saints, Falcons. Another game could go either way, but I think the Saints come out on top. Rams, Cardinals. No one's watching that game. But the Rams are going to win. They'll be on a 2-game winning streak. Chicago versus Minnesota. I think Minnesota has to bounce back. Not sure how they'll handle the pressure, handle the adversity of after losing that game. So Minnesota is going to win that game. Head over to the AFC side. Miami is coming into a situation where they are playing in a cold weather game. I'm not sure how they'll handle it. So I believe the Jets are going to win this game. Steelers, Bengals. I do not like the play of Kenny Pickett and the Steelers as of late, so I'm going with the Bengals. Jacksonville, Houston. I think C.J. Stroud will struggle against the Jaguars defense. 3 interceptions his last game, so the Jaguars are going to win this game. No doubt in my mind, the Broncos continue their winning streak. They win this game by a score of 20-10. I think it's going to be a close, tight game. I saw a fact. Broncos defense has given up 68 points in their winning streak compared to the 70 against Miami Dolphins. Chiefs, Raiders. I think this will be the upset of the day. The Raiders will win this game. Ravens, Chargers. Chargers have to bounce back, but they have been inconsistent. I think Baltimore wins this game. Giants, Patriots. Shout out to David Mendoza. Love you, buddy, but the Giants are going to win this game. Tampa, Indianapolis. Tampa wins this game. Carolina versus the Titans. This game could go either way, but I think the Titans will win this game. Buffalo, Philly. I think Philly wins this game. Now it's time for our Super Bowl bracket. Crazy to think we are almost halfway there to the postseason. So the wild card round is this: Cleveland, Miami, Houston, Jacksonville, Broncos, Kansas City, San Fran, New Orleans, Dallas, Seattle, Minnesota, Detroit. Cleveland, Miami. Miami wins this. Houston, Jacksonville. Sorry, CJ Stroud, I love you, but Jacksonville wins this. Denver, Kansas City. Upset of the playoffs. Denver will win that one. San Fran, New Orleans. San Fran, Dallas, Seattle. I have a feeling Dallas will choke, and Dak will choke for sure in Seattle. Minnesota, Detroit. Miami, Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville wins this one. Denver, Baltimore wins that one. NFC side, I think the Seattle Seahawks will defeat the unexperienced Detroit Lions in the playoffs. San Fran, Philly, I think Philly wins that one. Baltimore wins that. Philly, Seattle, Philly wins that. So I think this is a rematch of what we've been doing. Philly, Baltimore, Philly. So that's our Super Bowl bracket. That's what I like so far for the Super Bowl this year. Philly, Baltimore. We've been saying that for months now. So while we're under here for Lepore Betting, what we're going to do now is our Stanley Cup bracket. Last time we said Carolina and Dallas, but this is what I will be saying once it's all uploaded and updated to date. We'll go to the wild card round. We're only in week 4 of the National Hockey League, but we'll be here before we know it. Felt like we were just at the Devils playoff game, Game 7, Devils Rangers. So the first round, and again, if you're just watching it on the screen, we don't think it's going to be sweeps, but that's what the bracket will be like, so it's easier to advance the team. Minnesota versus Vegas. I think Vegas wins that series easily. Nashville Avalanche. I think the Avalanche are wanting to get back to the Stanley Cup final. Shocking exit last year for them after winning the Cup. And I think this series could go either way. If he's still in the Predators, if he doesn't get traded, if they're in a playoff position, they will definitely keep UC Saros. But I see Saros being that hot goalie and getting his team to the Stanley Cup final or advancing in the second round. He's that type of goalie. He's an elite goalie. He could win the Vezina this year for sure. But the Predators, they need him to step up. And if he steps up, I could see the Predators winning this series. Kings, Canucks, series that could go either way, but I'm going with experience. I think the Kings will win this series. Jets, Dallas. I think that one's easy, Dallas. They want to get back to the Cup final. All right, the East side, you got Boston and Tampa. I think Boston wins this series easily. I could see the Lightning missing the playoffs. Rangers, Red Wings, experience, no experience. The Rangers will win this series. Toronto, Montreal, experience versus somewhat experience. Toronto wins this one. Islanders, Hurricanes, looks like the Devils are missing out. I think the Islanders will end up surprising a lot of people, and they'll be knocking out the Carolina Hurricanes. So now we go to the semifinal. Kings, Golden Knights. If there's a team that could be a threat to the Golden Knights repeat chance to be champions again, it's the LA Kings. I could see the Kings knocking them out in round 2. Predators, Stars. I see the Stars winning that series. Bruins, Maple Leafs. It's all about age, all about veterans. And if they could handle a long season into the playoffs, we saw it last year how they struggled to get out of the first round. They couldn't close out the series, but I think the Maple Leafs will have the edge over the Bruins. The Bruins, they just couldn't close it out last year. They just couldn't close it out. So I see Toronto defeating the Boston Bruins. Rangers, Islanders, hate to say it, but I think the Rangers have a good shot to go to the conference final this year. Conference final, Stanley Cup final awaits the winners of the West and the East. Experience from the Rangers and the Maple Leafs. Experience from the Stars. Kings have experience, but their goaltending is still an issue, so the Stars are going to win this. Maple Leafs, Rangers. Which team wants it more? And I think after losing to us in Game 7 last year, the Rangers want it more. So the Rangers will go to the Stanley Cup final, but they'll fall to the Dallas Stars in 6 games. So that's my Stanley Cup playoff bracket. Now, we're going to do we're going to do the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Again, Lepore Betting is brought to you by unsolicited role models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. All right, play in Rockets, Warriors, Cavs, Hawks, Warriors, Hawks. Round 1, we're going to go with the Timberwolves, Kings, Lakers, Thunder, then we're going to go with the Celtics, Magic, then we're going to go with the Bucks, again, these are not sweeps. We're just going based on the format to make it easier, and the Sixers. So we head to round 2. I got the Kings. Got the Lakers. Got the Celtics. I got the Sixers. I got the Kings. Got the Sixers. And I got the Sixers winning the NBA championship. So that's your NBA final bracket. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, a lot of thoughts. Last night's Devil game. Oh, boy. We'll be right back. Doug Siravo Show is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by. Dougie and the boys will be back this Thursday. Could be a 30-minute special. Who knows? But David wants to do a show on Thanksgiving, so we're going to do a show on Thanksgiving. Not your typical 3:15 show, but we will be here. We'll be right back.
Third string is in preseason. I mean, come on, you got to
need Stamkos. I think still people question that.
That's
no shit, Andrew, but that's not how you win cups.
Tampa Bay Rays are going to win the World Series. You can mark it down.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Jimmy's
Life has its ironies, that are like.
No, Jimmy's the idiot.
I'm getting laid off due to lack of work, but there is no.
So that's all that matters.
That's how.
Wait, that's interesting. Yankees, Dodgers. Ryan. Thanks, Hector.
Jersey burger and a cowboy bacon burger.
Whatever. Get customers involved.
Wednesday night bar talk.
Wednesday night bar talk.
No, Jimmy's the idiot. With hot takes.
Jimmy's
Yeah, Vice with hot takes. He assists a game. No matter how many games.
36 games.
And
the All-Star break, and now a little bit now they're playing really good.
Hold on. Who's got the leverage tonight?
Now, 5-2. Leverage is all you.
I got the leverage.
Going for the Super Bowl.
Hector,
hold
on, because that's not what Roger said. Roger said, I just care about winning the MVP. I don't care about it.
No matter, I don't have to worry about my feelings to understand that.
And I was like, oh god, how do I stop this? So I
Look at that water behind me, James.
Jesus says in the scripture, they need to live through experience of their own.
Did you not say Joe Burrow?
I said Washington.
You said Burrow.
No.
Well, what about Tampa? Oh, never mind. With piano, I actually played piano from 3rd to 6th grade.
Best one I did was when I did the whiskey glasses and the.
Look at you in the mirror and see what you look like.
I'm not the president.
Lamar didn't really get started until the second season.
I'm going to say this.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
You got to feel a win somehow, some way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the Doug Siravo Show, which is brought to you by our good friends at the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by. They have their free wing buffet every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Swing on by. Dougie and the boys will return this Thursday, but it's not your 3:15 ordinary start time. It's going to be a 30-minute special within or between one of the games on Thanksgiving. You can follow us on all your podcast applications, YouTube and Facebook Live, Siravo Broadcasting. Give a follow to the Soul Wave Podcast, Unsolicited Role Models, Blue Star Union, Jason Gilbert _ and Monroe Falcons Hockey. Dun 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 dun. All right, so let's get started, shall we? So far this year, the Devils have been inconsistent. They're 8-7-1 on the season, right? 8-7-1 on the season. This is a team that doesn't look ready to win a Stanley Cup. They've been struggling almost every game. The Devils give up 5 or more goals. It's either 3, 4, or 5, and you're not going to win that way. You're just not going to win that way. Like, come on. And it's frustrating to see this Devils team play the way they've been playing. Because they're better than that, for sure. And the Devils are 196, 150, and 53 when I attend. So I'm not really bad luck. You can't say I'm bad luck. And I just got to give a shout out to Andrew Mackin, who said that it's illegal. It's illegal for the Devils and their fans to celebrate a Game 7 victory over their team. Rent-free, they say. But if you're obsessing over the fact that we beat you in Game 7 and it still haunts you to this day, that is rent-free, my friend. Rent-free. So shout out to Andrew Mackin, because he is clearly obsessed with the New Jersey Devils winning more than the New York Rangers and their success. So shout out to Andrew Mackin for that. Shout out to him. So I'm thinking about this game, and I went to the game on Saturday with my boy Matt, and I saw my cousin Dean and his co-workers. Great time. You know, it's the second intermission. Somehow, somewhere, the Devils blew this game. Another game giving up 5+ goals. And it's frustrating. And I'm just sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, you can't make these sloppy turnovers. You know, Jack should have hit the puck out of the way. Instead, Artemi Panarin scored right off the faceoff. He scored right off the faceoff. And then Luke Hughes, you can't have your head down trying to get the puck out. And then next thing you know, Blake Wheeler scores an empty net goal. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're not going to win games like that. You can't blow a 3-2 lead on home ice against your rival. Especially when they fill up that arena. There was nothing but Ranger fans at every corner. And when they scored that first goal to take the 1-0 lead, it was loud. It was loud, and I thought I was at the Garden. Devil fans have to start filling up that arena. We do in the playoffs, but at the end of the day, you can't have them fill up our arena year in, year out, game in, game out. You just can't do that. And it was just frustrating to watch that. It was frustrating to see this team play the way they played. Because at the end of the day, we're better than that. And I think we're missing Ryan Graves, who went to Pittsburgh. I really have seen no improvement from the defense. Don't get me wrong, I love Dougie Hamilton. He has a great name. Dougie Hamilton has a great name, Dougie. But at the end of the day, he is more of an offensive defenseman. How many times does he get stuck? We complain about Damon Severson. But how many times does Dougie get caught? 2-on-1s. He's playing up. Meanwhile, he needs to go down to get one of these forwards. I love Dougie. I truly do. He's one of the reason why this team is where they are today. But with his offense, his defense is a different story. His defense is a total different story, so we can't just sit here and praise him like he's not the problem. On defense, he's the problem too. You can make all these, whatever you want to say, and make all these issues, all these complaints, but at the end of the day, they have to play together as a team, and they have to wake up. It's not just, you got people blaming, oh, we have no Nika, we have no Jack. Well, we had Jack on Saturday, and we still gave up 5 goals. It's the defense, it's the goaltending, it's everything. It's still early, for sure. But at the end of the day, you need to play your best hockey now. Otherwise, you're going to fall out of the playoff picture, that you're going to have to do everything you can to get back in it. If this Devils team wants to go on a run and wants to bring back a Stanley Cup to Newark this year, which all the fans are thinking is going to happen, I thought so, but now, no. They have to wake up and they have to play consistent hockey for 60 minutes. Devils need to do better. And I'm looking at everyone on that team. Because if you saw my playoff predictor, the Devils are not in the playoff picture. They're not in the playoff picture. So that says a lot. If they're not in the playoff picture now, they're not going to be in the playoff picture come April. Plenty of hockey left. They don't have their captain, but at the end of the day, they have to step up and they have to play better hockey. They have to play better hockey. Like I said, the Devils are 196, 150, and 53 when I attend. They have to do better. Because right now, I think they're 3-4-1 when I attend. So, again, if you're just joining us, this is the Doug Siravo Show, which is brought to you by the Monkey Bar and Grill. Swing on by. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we will have our final thoughts segment. You can follow us on all your podcast applications, YouTube and Facebook Live, Siravo Broadcasting.
Sell Malibu at the diner part of the casino.
That they're gonna slip back a little bit. Ben,
Do you ever ask yourself the question as to
For this town, things that haven't been done before.
I feel like
It's more than just Joe Biden, though. Like, it's just like people, even people.
Overpay for DeGrom, and
So I think this is a great way for us to gather together.
I'll be looking for another job after this is over. I can tell you that.
Here, with your name behind it, hoping that
Why did Trump fire Fauci? He could have gotten rid of him.
There's a lot of things you can have checked out.
So talk whatever we want.
It's sports. Well, I'll tell you, no matter, I don't have to worry about my feelings to understand that.
You know, what can I say? I'm a Giant fan, but
bolt up.
huh?
Bolt up.
Hold up.
There you go. He's officially a Charger fan.
No. I mean, they
Just to give you people
They
a
probably
little
have seen
history here. I had a friend that was the biggest Giant fan, and you know I was the biggest Charger fan. So we made a bet once. We went to the game, and I said, if the Chargers lose, I have to wear an Eli Manning jersey for a month. But if the Chargers win, I get lifetime pizza in his pizzeria. The Chargers won, so I love his pie. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to everybody.
And I think you had a sign up there, and that's been missing for the last few years. You had a sign up there, remember? All right, so I'm trying to look up who, because you said this was Deion Sanders, so I'm looking up Sanders, number 31, Chargers. So 2 years ago today, we lost Michael Lepore. We lost a friend, a coworker, and an overall great human being. Michael Lepore, 1955 through 2021. We miss him every single day for the last 2 years. And that's my final thoughts for this episode. You know, normally I do a final thought about sports, predictions, political, something like that. But we're going to do a tribute to Michael Lepore. We miss him. We miss him. We went to the Jets-Chargers game in memory of him. The Chargers won that game by a score of 24-6. They've been struggling ever since, Mike. I'm sorry to tell you that. You always said you didn't like Brandon Staley as your head coach, so maybe you'll get your wish. They're 4-6. But there's more things than your football fandom, your personality, your loving and caring ways. Just being your friend was great. The day we moved from Bayonne to Piscataway in 100-degree weather with no AC in my car, that was a day I'll never forget. And when we did the podcast together. Little did I know that was going to be the last time I saw you. Little did I know. So we're going to end this. We're going to end this episode with Mike, and we'll play the tribute video that we played for him at the end of each episode of Season 5. Mikey, we love you, and may you rest in peace.
People can make a little money, stuff like that. Have a one. Enjoy your football season. And go bolt up, everybody.
There he is, everyone. That was Michael Lepore, otherwise known as The Bolt. No more Stutz. The Bolt. That's his name. What a show, Mike. Thank you for coming on. As always, I'm your host, Doug Siravo. We'll see you guys next time. Take care and God bless. I just got to read this first. Thank you for supporting the Doug Siravo Show, Siravo Broadcasting, and all those involved with Siravo Broadcasting. We appreciate you guys. So what is this, Mikey?
Can you see it? Put it up
Lift it up by the camera.
Can everybody see it?
Wait, move it back. Oh, number 38, Lepore. That's you.
I was in the locker room with that in the room with 3 Hall of Famers.
No, that's customized. That's all.
And listen, all right, I'm going to give people. No, that's for the pen.
Oh, yeah, that's for the pen.
No, I got to be more for the razor.
16 to 1.
16 to 1, that's not bad.
Mike, what do you think about your Chargers this past season?
They stay. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you, Mike.
So what do you think of the city today? It's nice, but a little bit nicer if the weather was nice. No, I like that fact that it only cost me 16 to 12 hours. 12 bucks.
This is great. Now you're gonna make us some food.
No.
Yeah, there's stuff in your fridge. Should have brought the pie. Next time I'll go. I'll get it. Yeah, this is a great show. But yeah, you do have some leftovers in your fridge. I think it's time for dinner for you and I. Some in the fridge. Should we get the camera? All right, Mike. Any final thoughts for the audience? Myself.
It's been very entertaining. Hopefully, my picks come through and people can make a little money, stuff like that. Have a one. Enjoy your football season. And go bolt up, everybody.
There he is, everyone. That was Michael Lepore, otherwise known as the Bolt. No more Stutz. The Bolt. That's his name. What a show, Mike. Thank you for coming on.
Don't listen to these picks. You lose all your money. Trust me. Jaguars, if they win the division, I'll stop watching football.
I just want to try on this jersey you got me. You know, what can I say? I'm a Giant fan, but...
Hold up. Hold up.
Hold up. Man of many nicknames. We got... All right, you don't want to be called Stutz. What about produce? I know produce. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. I love you, Mikey.
There you go. He's officially a Charger fan.
No.
If the Chargers win, I get lifetime pizza in his pizzeria. The Chargers won. So I love his pie. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to everyone.